another world war would happen. A series of political miscalculations, resource conflicts, and escalating tensions between major powers ignited World War III. The spark came from a skirmish over critical resources in a disputed territory. Rapidly, alliances formed, and what began as a regional conflict expanded into a global war. Outbreak. The war started with a relentless series of cyber attacks that crippled major cities worldwide. Financial systems collapsed, power grids failed, and communication networks went dark. Panic ensued as governments struggled to respond to the unprecedented chaos. Within days, conventional military engagements erupted, featuring advanced drones, AI-driven weapons, and hypersonic missiles. The first nuclear strikes. The escalation was swift and brutal. Tactical nuclear weapons were deployed, targeting military installations and strategic points. However, the line between tactical and strategic was quickly blurred. Major cities were annihilated by nuclear blasts, killing millions instantly and leaving countless others to suffer from radiation. Global catastrophe. The immediate aftermath of the nuclear strikes was catastrophic. Radiation spread, rendering vast areas uninhabitable. A nuclear winter ensued, with ash and soot blocking sunlight, leading to a dramatic drop in global temperatures. Agriculture collapsed, and widespread famine began. The death toll soared as people succumbed to starvation, disease, and radiation poisoning. Societal collapse governments crumbled under the weight of the disaster. Law and order disintegrated, giving way to anarchy. Cities turned into battlegrounds for resources. Warlords and militias seized control of territories, ruling through fear and violence. Civilian populations were caught in a brutal struggle for survival, facing constant threats from both human and environmental dangers. The struggle for survivors fled to remote areas, underground bunkers, and isolated islands, trying to escape the chaos. These pockets of humanity faced immense challenges, from finding food and clean water to dealing with the psychological trauma of losing everything. Survival became a daily fight, with communities forming fragile alliances to endure. Long-term consequences. The Earth was scarred irreparably. Radiation zones persisted, rendering vast regions lifeless. The global ecosystem teetered on the brink of collapse, with species going extinct and natural resources becoming even more scarce. The remnants of human civilization existed in a state of constant peril, with technology and knowledge from the pre-war era largely lost. Cultural shift. The survivors developed a culture of fear and mistrust. The trauma of World War III cast a long shadow over humanity, with memories of the war's horrors passed down through generations. Societies became insular and defensive, prioritizing survival over cooperation. The idea of global unity was replaced by a deep-seated suspicion of outsiders and former enemies. Technological regression. With the destruction of infrastructure and the loss of knowledge, technological regression became inevitable. Communities relied on rudimentary tools and methods, struggling to maintain even a semblance of the advancements once taken for granted. Medicine, transportation, and communication were all severely impacted, leading to a drastic decline in quality of life. The New Dark Age. The world entered a new dark age. Education became a rare commodity, and superstition began to replace scientific understanding. Isolated communities developed their own cultures and beliefs, often shaped by the harsh realities of their environment. The interconnected, globalized world of the past was now a distant memory.